Danke vielmals, mega lieb. Hat mich mega gefreut. Macht's gut. Gleichfalls. Tschüss. Hi, this is Emin. I'm 23 years old. I'm a software engineer and designer. I have background in UX and UI and experience in developing software from simple web apps to video games. And I want to share you my experience. And the topic I want to talk about today is why most developer side projects fail. So we get excited about an idea, we open up our editor and we start building. And 2 weeks later, after we finally launch, nothing happens and nobody cares. No sign-ups, no retention, no paying customers. I know this because I've built at least 10 projects that ended up in my personal graveyard. But here's the thing, the problem isn't your coding skills, it's your approach. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why most developers' projects die and how you can avoid wasting months of your life. So as developers, we are trained to solve problems with code. You see something broken, instantly you think, I can fix this with software. And in that moment, you convince yourself this is the idea. So you start coding, you design a database, you polish your UI, maybe you refactor 3 times before you finally launch. But when you finally release it, nothing. Or maybe you get 20 users from Reddit, they log in once, never come back and left you confused. Actually, right now, I'm just telling you things that actually happened to me. I've been there. I once built a full scheduling tool, weeks of work, only to find out that people didn't even want to manage their calendars the way I thought they would. The lesson, building first, validating later, is the fastest way to kill your motivation. And you probably have heard this before, just build an MVP. But here's the problem, most MVPs still takes weeks to build. And if the idea is wrong, it doesn't matter how lean your MVP is, it's still wasted time. Speed doesn't matter if you're moving into the wrong direction. I'll make a future video about the biggest mistakes I made building MVPs. So if that sounds useful to you, make sure you subscribe. So validate before you build. So what should you do instead? You have to validate first and build later. So here's my system now. Step 1 is I create a landing page. Write down what the product does in plain words, no buzzwords. Just here's the problem, this is the tool that solves it, and a simple sign up form, and that's enough. Step 2 is creating mockups. Not code, but just visuals. I use Figma, or you can use any other design tool. And the thing is that people don't need a working product yet. They just need to see the promise of the product. And don't worry, I will also make a full video showing exactly how I create mockups that sell before I build. So make sure to subscribe to not miss that. Step 3 is drive traffic. And this is where most developers give up. We think if I build, they will come. But no, users won't appear magically. You need to bring them in. That could mean running small ads, posting in the niche communities, or simply sharing your landing page on any social. Step 4 is measure interest. And this is where you put your developer skills in a smarter way. Set up analytics, track clicks, track signups, track where people actually come from. And if nobody clicks, that's data. If people sign up and ask for updates, that's validation. Step 5, only then build. Only when you see real signs of demand should you start building. I promise you, spending $50 on ads and building a landing page is cheaper and faster than spending 2 months coding a product that nobody actually wants. The retention lesson. One thing I learned the hard way is signups don't equal success. I once launched a project that got over 1,000 signups over 1 week, and I was so fucking hyped. But after 7 days, nobody came back. That's not a business, that's just curiosity. So here's the rule, retention before revenue. Ask yourself, does this idea solve a problem so painful that people return again and again? If the answer is no, it doesn't matter how many features you add. The problem isn't your product, the idea is not needed. And here's the hard part for us developers. Coding is comfortable. Marketing, sales, that feels scary. But If you want to be a solo founder, you have no other choice. You have to learn how to pitch an idea, you have to learn how to capture attention, and eventually how to ask people to pay. That's the difference between side projects and the startup. The takeaway. So here's what I want you to remember. Building is fun, experimenting is valuable, and if you're just learning, keep going. But if your dream is creating something that people actually use, something people pay for, then you can't just code and hope. You have to validate first. You have to test, you have to measure interest before you write a single line of code. I share this because I've wasted months or even years on projects that had no chance of success. And I don't want you to do the same. If you want to see how I test, how I validate, how I launch startups as a developer, join my inner circle on my website on EminXYZ. It's completely free. Inside I share private insights, frameworks, and behind the scene lessons that I don't publish anywhere else. So if you are serious about turning your code into customers, join my circle. It costs you nothing, but it could save you years.